Come in. Hi, Tim.
Julio,
Nice to meet you.
thank you for inviting me in today.
No problem. Take a seat.
I brought you a packet of our latest model. Just look at the specs while we talk today.
Alrighty, nice camera.
Let's see. It's right. So, how do you know Bob Nato?
Oh, Bob Nato. Oh, Bob Nato, he was a professor of mine back at Plymouth State on my undergrad year.
Oh, shut up. You also went to PSU?
Yes, actually, I got my degree in marketing, but took a class with Bob Nato my senior year. He was an absolutely incredible teacher. He just made sure you learned the material. You know what I'm saying?
I totally know what you're saying. I also had a class with Bob. I did my undergrad in communication, social media studies, but I took an intro sales class my sophomore year, and I 100% agree. He's one of the finer professors we have here.
Can't believe you're an alumni as well. I was a class of 1999.
I was class of 94. Those are the good old days.
Exactly.
You still go to those homecoming football games? I go every couple of years or so.
Yep.
My son absolutely loves watching the Panthers on the gridiron.
Yes, I've been to a few. It makes sure I relive some of the good old days. Back in my prime.
Yeah, some better times then. So I know you're a busy guy. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So I'd like to set an agenda today. I'll ask you some questions about your business. I'm assuming you have some questions for me as well.
Yep.
So let's answer for each other. Hopefully we can mutually decide our next step.
That sounds great to me.
Sure. If you don't mind, I'll take some notes just to make sure everything goes smoothly. So, I'm looking here at your LinkedIn profile. I printed it out. You've been the owner of Milliard Studios now for about 5 years. How'd you get into that business?
Right. So I have had a creative side as well as photography. Very interesting. During my undergrad, I participated in the photography club and just kept my passion going. And I started working at the mill in 2010 as a photographer as well. In the past years, I worked myself up to the business side.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Got to work your way up the food chain, am I right?
Exactly.
So, tell me about your current situation. You know, how many photographers you have, who do you currently use in your studio, things like that.
Of course. So right now, I have 6 main photographers. Our study primarily is focused on wedding photography. But we don't limit ourselves to just that. We like to vary our skills and techniques to optimize the business in the market. Currently, we use Nikon cameras for every shot we do.
Nikon, okay.
Yep.
How long have you been using Nikon products?
We've been using Nikon ever since the Milliard opened up.
And if you don't mind my asking, how's that going for you?
They're going alright. Not too poor.
Just all right? Could you elaborate a little more?
I mean, they haven't been too bad over the past few months since we started. We started to notice some issues, but not too many. Nothing we can handle.
So, let's say on a scale of 1 to 5, right? How would you say Nikon's performing at this current moment?
Oh, to be honest, I would say like a 3.
A 3?
Yes.
Interesting. The fact that you give it a 3 tells me Nikon isn't meeting your expectations.
They could be better. Absolutely right.
Could you tell me more about the issues occurring with your current setup? You know, more specifically, what concerns you have, what you predominantly look for when it comes to choosing a camera for the team, something along those lines.
Sure. So recently, our cameras have had some problems with attention to detail and lighting issues. Of course, we thought it was our own and an adjustment, but we found out no matter what we do, shots don't go as planned, and we get many quality photos. We don't get many quality photos as well as we like. We had some frustration and from our photographer, especially Amanda, who I believe you spoke to already.
Amanda Daniels. Yeah, I spoke to her briefly. She had definitely expressed her concern and felt it was necessary that we can come in and talk to you today. She also a former Panther?
I know she is, and Amanda and I spoke about the concerns and why we called you in here today.
So this Amanda, would you say she's someone who'd also benefit from being here today?
I would say she is someone who'd be really interested in what you have to talk about.
Okay, all right. Later we can discuss possibly including her in our next meeting.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. So what I'm hearing you say is that your current frustrations are aimed at quality of photos taken, correct?
Yep. Exactly. Yes, yes. Here at the Marriott, we rely heavily on the quality and the craftsmanship of our photos to stand up above the other competitors out
Yeah,
there.
exactly. So these issues with your current system, how is that impacting you?
It makes the business a lot inconvenient, especially for the customers. If they see that we aren't making quality photographs, they will think that they will take their business somewhere else.
And we wouldn't want that now, would we?
No, absolutely not.
So that's an easy goal and that can absolutely be achieved. So I guess really my main question here is what would make today a win for you?
I guess what I'm hoping to accomplish is to see whether or not your product over Canon are as impressive and as beneficial as my colleagues once tell me. Once we cover this, perhaps we can express an interest in the setting up details.
Which we always want to do, am I right? You gotta pay the bills somehow.
Yes, exactly.
So besides quality of photos, do you have any other concerns with your current system? Before we dive into discussions, I want to make sure I address any concern you might have.
Well, on a personal level, I never really liked the lens that came with the Nikon product. They seem very flimsy. I guess that's a better word to use. They don't appear to work, from my opinion.
So what you're telling me is you have a deep concern in lens durability, I guess is the word I want.
Yes, exactly. You must have the best quality for my team.
So, okay, that's a fair concern. You've got to have the best quality. So, do you know much about Canon as a company?
I know the basics. I used to use one back when I was doing photography myself.
Okay, so Canon was founded in 1937. Originally, it was a Japanese multimedia company, HQ in Tokyo. Origins date back to the founding of the Precision Optical Instruments Lab.
Really?
You know, it's interesting stuff if you take a look at it. Over the years, we've developed from just a camera company making cameras to an international multimedia powerhouse.
Oh, wow.
Sounds impressive, doesn't it?
Wow, I never knew that. That does sound pretty outstanding to me.
It is. If I can show you how Canon can help you deliver better quality and more efficiency during each of your photo shoots, would you consider it?
I will absolutely consider it. Hopefully you bring it to the table.
I will make sure I bring it to the table. So I remember you telling me that picture quality is one of your primary concerns. If you look at the front of your packet,
Yep.
our Rebel T5i model has an 18 megapixel resolution,
Yeah, that looks great, man.
1080p high definition, and a wide range of ISO settings, creating an absolutely excellent image quality. It's going to make your job a whole lot easier, am I right?
That does sound. Wait, am I?
You're at that would be better.
That would be better. I don't want to lose my money.
And you're not going to lose your money, because losing money is absolutely not an option here. I remember you expressing the lens durability. They're currently flimsy, break easily. The kit that comes with that model includes an 18 to 50, I love Philly by the way, 18 to 55 millimeter lens with exceptional autofocus. These lenses can withstand a safari trip as well as your daughter's ballet recital, which always is good. So, does that help alleviate your concern in any way?
That does a little bit, since we have different destinations of photo shoots. Making sure my equipment doesn't break is a main priority of mine.
Absolutely, and we here at Canon will make sure we don't give you a product that's going to make your job more difficult.
Well, I really appreciate that.
All right. Well, I think we had a very productive meeting, but what's more important to me is what you think. So if you could do me a favor, share with me what you liked, and we can be fair. Any concerns you might have still.
Absolutely. Well, I really like what you have to say today. I like that we talked about the lens quality, which was really beneficial for my team. I think that we spoke about I think what we spoke about today is very caught my attention.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, we can be fair men here. Do you have any concerns still regarding Canon?
Actually, I do. I had done a little bit of research into the product you have. It seems a little bit pricey, to be quite honest. And seeing that Nikon already a bit price expensive side, I'm not sure if spending more money is the way to go. Also, I had my colleagues who had used the product Canon, and the battery on the thing isn't so great from what they've been telling me.
Okay. I appreciate you telling me your concerns. So, price is always going to be a concern. It's absolutely normal to be concerned about this. I'll be honest, we're not the cheapest in our market, but we're not the most expensive. If we're being fair, for the price, quality is unmatched. We can deliver these results immediately. All I need is a shot to prove it.
Alrighty, I guess that makes sense.
Good. You're concerned about the battery life in our models. Let me be clear. Our lithium-ion batteries will keep your camera alive throughout the photo shoot, but your concern is absolutely reasonable. So, I'll tell you what. If you're interested in this deal, we'll make sure to throw in an extra battery pack in that kit. That way you'll always have a spare on the job.
Well, goodness. That would be actually be great. It makes everything seem more efficient.
Well, that's what we're going for, right? Efficiency? Well, all right. I think we spoke about a lot today, so how about you and I go over some key points, make sure I addressed each of your concerns properly. Besides our brief history of Canon, we talked about high resolution in the model in your packet. Quality always remains at the top of your necessity list.
Yep.
We spoke about lens durability, our interchangeable lens, and how much it'll save you in the long run. We talked about price. Price is always a concern no matter what the deal is. And the battery life and saving you for your models.
That all sounds good.
Everything sounds good?
Yes,
All
absolutely.
right. So let me check the time here. Goodness, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you're a busy, busy man. Perhaps we can set another meeting up with your colleague Amanda, seeing as you said she would benefit from our discussions today.
Yes, that would be excellent. I got a few meetings next week or so, but I do believe I can meet if it is necessary. Just make sure this is a decision we should make.
All right. Well, how about we pencil something in? You know, we can always reschedule.
All right, I guess we could do that. What day works for you?
Let's see. Let me look at my calendar here. How about Wednesday the 15th at 12:30? I can bring the model from the packet to demo for you and Amanda. Make sure I meet all your expectations.
Sure, I could do that. I'll pencil that in as well. But thank you for coming in today.
Oh, thank you for inviting me in. I'll see you on the 15th. Hopefully we can strike a deal.
Yes, hopefully we can.
Take care, Julio.